I am Chandler Nicole. That's my name. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave comments. You know, I'm taking tips, any inputs, anything like that to have a more engaging, successful channel with you guys. Then just go ahead and leave comments below. Today we're going to talk about credit. Like, you know, what is credit? Why is it important? Credit for millennials. Why do we need it? You know, just things that I sort of credit. We're in my closet because I have filmed this video a few days ago. You're going to notice I look completely different. I have filmed this video a few days ago, but the way I wanted to incorporate like my videos that I made didn't work out. So, you know, I guess everything is trial and error. You know, I am new to this, a little bit newer. So I'm learning as I go, I guess you could say. So yeah, I had to redo this intro because like my vision that I had for my video just didn't go. Had a lot going. See you in the video. A lot of us young, you know, people, we really don't care about credit. We don't really have credit. We don't know what it is, like why it's important, why we need it. So I'm just gonna, you know, chat a little bit about credit, you know, how you can get your credit score up quickly and what you can do, little tips and hacks for credit for millennials. Credit are the three factors or the three numbers that banks and lenders use to determine if they're going to lend you credit or not. It consists of TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So sometimes you have like credit cards and, you know, different things that uses credit. And you notice that, you know, your Equifax score is different than your Experian score. So some lenders only report to certain credit agencies. So each credit agency is different. Experian is different from TransUnion, and TransUnion is different from Equifax. Combine all three together, you get your FICO score. Your FICO score is that main number. It's pretty much a balance of all three combined. So that's that main middle balance that they get that determines, you know, how much credit can be lended to you. Like for a house, for a car, you know, how much interest you have to pay, what's your APR, what's all of that, your monthly payment, all of that is based on credit. So credit is very important for us, especially for regular common people who aren't rich. You know, we don't have $1 million to, you know, go put down on a house or whatever. So for everyday working people like myself, or like, you know, if you're watching the video, credit is everything. Like, we need credit, especially young. It's better to start it young, as soon as you can. Once you hit 18, you know, gotta get your credit going. It's gonna save you in the long run. Our credit is one thing that they don't teach us about, you know, in school. When we're in high school, we're young, carefree, what the F ever. We're not paying bills, you know, we're not worried about stuff like that. But as soon as you hit the real world, you want a credit card, you get denied, you're like, I didn't even know I was supposed to have this. Like, what is this? So it's very, very important that, you know, we understand what credit is as young people, as millennials, because, you know, one day we're going to be 30, 40, 50. You know, some of us have kids. Some of us are going to have kids one day, and we have to, you know, provide and shape the future. So can't do that with bad credit. Where are we gonna go? We ain't going nowhere with no credit. That's basically what credit is. It's your three scores combined together to give you a FICO score, which determines, you know, how much a bank is going to lend you. Rather you're purchasing a home, or you're buying a car, or you're just trying to get a basic credit card. There's always a limit to how much they're going to give you. They look at your credit score. They look at the history, you know, the late payments, the number of accounts, the number of bad accounts versus good accounts. There's a lot that goes down into credit. If you have credit cards, your utilization rate, your debt to ratio, you know, how much money do you make versus how much debt that you owe. All that makes up the credit reporting scale. So it's very, 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 very important that we as young people look at these things. Like, it's a very taboo subject. A lot of people don't like to talk about credit. A lot of people don't like to admit that they have bad credit, low credit, no credit. Because, I mean, we're very ignorant to the subject of credit and finances and being financially stable. It's hard out here in the world. It's a very hard world. And of course they got to give you credit to make it even harder. Like, why can't you just give it to me? You know, if I make this much money on black and white paper, why the F do I have to show you my credit score? You know, if I can afford it, or if I can make the monthly payments on it, why do you have to deny me because of credit? You know, so I'm going to be very, very, very transparent with you guys about some things that I struggle with when trying to repair my credit. So I went to college, and you know, when you go to college, you're just a college student, whatever. You already struggling. It's already hard for you. You know, you're trying to figure yourself out. You're at that age, at that point. You don't know where you're going to go with your life. So once I stopped going to school and I started working, I worked 2 jobs at that time. I was in a student loan forbearance. So basically, you know, you don't pay your student loans. You don't pay any payment towards them for like, I think 6 months after you finish college, or after you stop taking classes. So that 6 months went on by, 12 months went by, and China never paid. So I got a whole lot of late remarks. So one thing about student loans, it's an account that can't really be closed out. I mean, I guess they can send it to a collection, but I believe it will be the IRS who takes it from you, because, you know, you were funded for school. It wouldn't be like a regular collection, like from some type of other company, like a credit card company. It's a whole different ballpark when it comes to student loans. So, yeah, that showed on my credit for a while as late. The more it's late, the more it racks up in your credit. You got the 30-day late period, your 60-day late period, and your 90-day late period. So usually, like with the regular credit card place or regular type of credit that you get that you just don't pay back, after 90 days of being late, that's when it's sent to collections. Or after, some places are 90 days and some places are 120 days. Then they send it to collections. So it was just late. It was like legit late for like 6 months. Every month it's just a red mark on my credit reporting. And you know, at that time I didn't really care, or I didn't even know, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that it was shown late. I was not worried about credit. So one way to fix those type of mistakes, once you see, you know, or once you know you're late on something, first, if you know you're going to be late on something, like you have a credit card, you know you're going to be late, or you have a student loan, you know you're going to be late, reach out to the company. Most of the time they will work with you. They will let you set up a payment arrangement, a later date, just so you don't get that late mark on your credit. It's not marked late, it's marked on time and current. That's very important. That makes up a large part of your credit report. On-time payments and current payments are very important to your credit. So, you know, once you identify those late payments that you have, you can always try to reach out to the creditor, or whoever, you know, whatever company is reporting to the credit agencies. Try to make out an arrangement, you know, hey, if I pay you this amount, can you update to the credit that I'm on time and current? Most places will work with you because they want their money. So they'll work with you. Most places will. But after you realize that mistake and you fix it, just don't be late. Like if you're buying a house, you want to make sure all your payments are for the past 6 months have been on time. Like every single thing you have on your credit has been paid on time and current. You want to make sure you have no negative balances, no collections. Call the collection agency. Hey, if I pay you this amount, can you take this collection off? Can you send that to me in writing? Before you pay any type of fee to any collection agency about a collection getting taken off of your credit report, make sure you receive either an email that they send to you or an actual hard letter copy in the mail in writing that they agreed to take this off. Making sure you have that, you know, either email or letter will save you in the long run. Because say like, for instance, in my case, you're going to go buy a house and the financial people are looking like, you know, there's this collection on your account. But you say, hey, I made this payment. You have proof. Pull out the paper, pull out the email. They'll go ahead and write it off. You have proof you paid it. You have proof that they agreed to take that off of your credit. Doesn't even count. It's not even in your debt to ratio. It's not even an account that you owe because it's paid. So, there are ways to fix your credit. There are ways to go around it, ways to take care of collections and late payments and increase your credit score. I know when I started, I have credit. So most places are like, you don't have credit. I don't have anything to verify that you're responsible with paying us back. So denied. We're not going to lend to you. The best thing that you can do is get like a Victoria's Secret card, some type of little small secured credit card, or that's going to save you. A small secured credit card might be just $200 because you're funding your own money out of your pocket and you're only spending what you can. So you pay back what you can. You're never going to owe this crazy amount of money that you can't pay because you didn't spend money that you didn't have. You spent money that you had, that you invested to the company. So secured credit card is the way to go. Or like a little Victoria's Secret card, just a small little card. Something that does not have a high balance that you can pay back. If you do have some type of credit and you get approved for just a regular credit card with a higher spending limit, like $4,000, $5,000, only get one. Don't go applying for 2, 3, don't have 4. Have one, because I guarantee you, if it's your first credit card, like me in my case, I had my first credit card for $4,000. 3 days, gone, spent on stupid stuff. I mean, the only good thing I said I got out of my credit card was a bed. Everything else was just stupid stuff. Taking everybody to lunch. Lunch on me, everybody. All these expensive places, these food places, whatever, spent. And then my credit went from like super good at that time because I got approved for that credit limit to the next month. Ooh, girl, it was bad. I was like, ooh, child, this bad. With everything, there's a way to redeem yourself. If you can make more than the monthly payment due. So like if your payment is $100, if you can make $150, if you can make $120, $110 on it, pay more. Always pay a little more. If you could pay a lot more, pay a lot more. Just get that, utilization rate down. Your utilization rate on any type of credit card should be no more than 37%. No more. You don't ever want to go over 37%. I say, honestly, if you can, try to spend less than that. Like, if you have a $4,000 credit card, put a small bill. Put your phone bill. If your phone bill is $200, put your phone bill on it, call it a day. You're going to pay that back. Your phone bill is a necessity. That's something you pay every month. It's going to get paid back. Don't just get the credit card and just go swiping it at every store or wherever, Leave the money for an emergency. And do not get multiple credit cards because you're not. That's how people get, I always wonder, like, how are you in $50,000 credit card debt? Who gave you $50,000 of credit to begin with? You don't want to be one of those people. I got $50,000, $100,000 credit card debt because I got 5 credit cards and maxed them all out. Now I can't pay them back. It's just not realistic because clearly we're on credit. We have credit because we don't have $50,000 laying around unless we're very disciplined and save all our money. But we got bills. We're in a world, like that don't work like that. So, you don't have $50,000 just laying around to pay back credit cards. You got the credit cards probably to pay your bills. So credit inquiries, like when someone runs your credit, may go down 1 or 2 points. But if you keep applying for stuff, that list adds up. That the list of credit inquiries that you have adds up. Those 1 or 2 points that went down adds up. And then you go to apply for something and you keep getting denied because you asked too many places for credit. And lenders are going to be like, are you desperate for credit? Why do you need so much credit? You're being thirsty for the credit right now. No, we're not touching you because you seem to need it. You asked so-and-so, 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 and so-and-so to lend you credit. Now you're asking us. So credit inquiries are very, 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 very important to keep an eye on. And if something doesn't look right, make sure you're always checking. Make sure you're monitoring all 3 credit reports. I know like Credit Karma, TurboTax, if you file your taxes with TurboTax, and a whole lot of other places offer free reporting of your Equifax and your TransUnion. Experian, that one is not free. You have to download the Experian app. It's like 15-20 bucks to, check that credit report. But you can also request a free copy of your credit report from Experian once a year. They'll send you a free copy of the report once a year. You can look it over. If you don't understand it, take it to somebody who knows credit. Have them look it over. Make sure everything is good. Anything there that's not right, dispute it. Dispute it as quickly as possible. If you have proof that it's not yours, submit the proof. Get it off of you. Identity theft is real. And one way to really identify it is by looking at your credit. You see something on there. I didn't apply for this. I never lived at this address before. Check into it. Get your credit locked. Keep tabs on it. I don't want to get like super in depth with it. I'm not trying to bore anybody. Like, yeah, like Chandler, shut the heck up. Like, nobody cares. So, yeah, that was just a little talk through about, credit. If you find that interesting and you want to, go more into depth, then comment down below and we can. Moral of the story is, let's have better credit. 2020, it's January of 2020. We got midway points. We got 6 months. Like, let's see what we can do in 6 months with the credit. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Thanks.